Hello, hello. Hopefully everybody could hear me. Namaste. Namaste. This is a reading for Sagittarius, Kath. Anyhow, sorry that you had to wait. This is the first part. I don't know how many parts it's going to be, but I'm sorry. I thought I was going to come with the notes last night, and it just didn't happen. And I realized I can't do everything. So, I'm just going to try to do what I can. Okay? So, I have the cards and everything in the car, but Spirit is telling me to just get a message out. To get the message out first. And I'm getting kind of nervous because I have so much stuff in this car that it is nuts. Okay? And I'm looking for where I put my cards. Okay. Alright, good. I have them. But before I do that, I just want to do the first part of your reading, which is my notes. And I don't know why, but sometimes I get a song. And the song that I kept hearing before I was led to do your reading it's a Beatles song, and it's and I don't know how this makes any sense, but this is what I heard. You come on like a dream, peaches and cream, lips like strawberry wine. You're beautiful, and you're mine, all mine, all mine, all ribbons and curls. Ooh, what a girl. Na 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 na. But it's about a 16-year-old girl. Okay, so I don't know what that means. I don't know. I know you look very young. I'm not sure if people tell you look, 16, or if that Beatles song. I think it's Ringo Starr. I think it's Ringo Starr who sang it. But they just kept coming with that song to me. So let me know if that makes any sense, or maybe it'll make sense as time goes by. Okay, so sorry about my camera. I'm having camera problems. Okay, so the other message I had was put the brakes on, and you really do need to have patience. The light is not good in this angle. Put this like that, maybe. Is that a little better? You need more patience. There's a program being set up for you, and I know that you went through a lot of hard times where the relationship didn't work out, and you had a one breakup, then another breakup, then a third breakup. I'm pretty sure a third breakup. In the last 7 years. Would you agree with that? Okay. So there's been 3 people, and some people say that's a lot. You should be grateful and happy that you had 3 people. Some people only have 1 person. But no, from each relationship, God was trying to teach you something. And I'm just trying to let you see the last of the smoke, but I don't know if it's working. So I don't want you to be discouraged, and God doesn't want you to be discouraged as well. Okay, so I don't know if I'm making that much sense, but what they're telling me is sometimes people give up when they get really close to their dreams manifesting. They get close to, getting their dream job and their dream relationship, but then they get discouraged and they give up and they give in and they accept something that's less than. So God wants you to know, and your spirit guides want you to know, keep on going, keep on holding. And if you feel like it's the wrong time and you need more time for yourself to heal, then just take that time, because the more time you have, the stronger you get. Okay, I was getting all kinds of weird messages because I actually sat down to do your reading I guess a week ago, when you first paid me, I think through PayPal. I tried to get it done that weekend. Okay, I was like, but then I had that horrible work week. But anyhow, no worries. What I got was, all right, there was like a younger man and then there was an older man. That maybe you're not even sure that they're interested in you, but you might have been interested in the younger one. When I say younger, he might seem like he might be a couple of years older than you, but he's very immature. So he's presenting as like a 26-year-old, but he might be like 38 or 37. But he's presenting as a 26, 27-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Of course, women mature faster than men. Women want different things at different times. But then I see this older man, and he's like, I did the kid thing. I don't want kids. Like, I don't want to have more kids. But like, if you have I know you have a beautiful daughter, a very young daughter, and I feel like this man has kids too that are like grown. And so that's why he's like, I don't want to start my life over again, but I want to have a relationship with you. And I don't know if you feel attracted at first. You don't see the picture at first. Okay. So that was like something that was coming in. And then of course I explore it with cards. And I ask my guides, I'm open and receptive to receiving any messages for Kathy, and anything surrounding her situation. Okay. Yeah. So there's like, she's very, like my spirit guides are saying she's very ambitious. She's very ambitious, almost like presenting as a Virgo. And like always taking steps up, always wanting to improve your career, improve your skills. And that there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you have to be settled with your career. Okay. You have to be settled with your career in order to feel like you could put the energy needed onto a relationship. Like if you're going to be out on business meetings or working late, you can't be cooking dinners or going out on special dates with your significant other because you're building your career. So okay, I'll tell her. There's a lot of messages coming in, probably because I have this music on and I prayed in the last video on my other phone. So, okay. In other words, they're not saying you can't start a career, because they were like, don't get it twisted, because then she'll miss this opportunity. You can have it all, but you have to understand that you can't do everything at once. If you want to build your career, you need somebody very, very that's on the same level as you in terms of ambition, and that gets you, because they will stand by you when you're building your career. On the same token, the angels want you to know that you do have to put effort, have time available for a relationship to succeed. It can't always be, well, I'm tired because my job is really stressful and I have a big meeting in the morning, so therefore I can't be bothered to like have dinner with you and make a big dinner, or like spend extra time with you because I have a big meeting. I'm career oriented, because something will always lose. Just on the same token, you can't. It's not like they want you to say, okay, I can't pay any attention to my career because I got to put all the eggs in this basket of my relationship. So therefore, I'm gonna not be prepared for the big meeting that and everything I've been working hard for, because they see you working hard for that. They just want you to find that balance. They want you to be able to find somebody maybe that understands your job, that understands your career. Here's what they showed me. Okay, I was married for 24 years. I was with my ex for 28 years total. Okay, so that's a long time. That's a lot. He never understood. He worked in the court system, but he wasn't a lawyer. He didn't have homework. When he was studying for tests, he had to study for tests to move up the ladder. And I always understood that. But he never understood how I would be doing hours and hours of homework when I was teaching pre-K or teaching 5th grade or teaching 4th grade, whatever it was. He didn't understand it. He was like, you're not getting paid enough money to be doing this at home. You already did all these hours at your school. Then you stayed after school and put in more hours. And that is the life of a teacher. He just couldn't get it. Then when we had our own kids, he was like, you're taking away from our kids and our family to give to these kids. And I was like, this is the life of a teacher. Like, he never would get it. Then, hence, fast forward to when I got divorced, and then a friend of mine said, you remind me of my best friend. And he's a teacher too. And, we've both been teachers for many, many years. He was in special ed though. But anyhow, he understood the hours and hours that you put in as a teacher, even after you leave the building. And then you come home and you do more work and you have a big book bag and you don't want to do it, but you have to do it. Okay? Nobody else is going to do it for you. So what I'm trying to say is, one person understood and one person did not understand. So, like, I'm kind of leaning towards somebody that is very similar ethic-wise, work-wise, maybe even in a similar career to you. Because then you would have that to talk about. You would have your career to talk about because they have a similar career, or maybe they even work in the same job. Okay. Yeah, so they just said to me, she needs that understanding. Because I don't believe your ex-husband, I don't believe your ex-relationships understood your career, the value of your career, and how hard you had to make it, how hard you had to work to make it what it is today. And they always felt second. So I'm not saying that everybody wouldn't feel a little bit neglected if you're so career oriented, but for example, if you're a doctor and you're married to another doctor, you would totally get each other. And then you would have to take out the schedule book and try to fit in days that you could actually see each other. Same thing for nurses. Whatever it is, whatever relationship you have, whatever career they have, you have to make that effort to when are we going to spend time together and what exactly are we going to do for each other. Okay? So, on the same token, all right, say it to me again. It's not going to be even. It's not always even. All right, so they keep on saying this, like, tell her no matter what she puts in, because they show me like a pot, and you're like, look at my pot. Everybody has like a pot in front of them, right? Like a bowl. Let's think a bowl, like a big bowl. And marbles, right? And you're showing yours has all these marbles in it, right? And you're like, look what I did. Look how much I filled in the pot that I'm going to give you. But yours is empty. And you're weighing it. So I'm not saying you can't look at that. But what the angels of the guides are saying is, tell her never think it's 100% even. It's never 100% even what we give, how we do. But it shouldn't be 100% work all the time. It should be like that person gets you. That person, before you even open your mouth, you come home from work and they're home first and they look at you and they're like, can I make you a cup of tea? How about we order out? Let's not worry about cooking food. Let me order out. Can I rub your feet? Can I rub your neck? You look like you had a hard day. How about I run you a bath? Okay? It's never going to be like 100%, all right? Because that wouldn't be real. That wouldn't be, we're not robots, all right? So they want you to be flexible on that end, but also know the red flags and know that, yeah, it's very good to manifest and to do the affirmations and to see the person, what they would, what they would be like, what they would want to do. Like, you want to have things in common, all right? You don't have to have everything in common, all right? I like to travel. Devin doesn't like to travel, all right? But it doesn't end our marriage. He doesn't stand in my way if I say I want to make a trip back to New York or I want to go to New Orleans. He doesn't stand in my way. Anyhow, but you do have to find things that you have in common so that you have talks and that you know how each other ticks. So I'm seeing, again, with the two people, there's always two people, possibly three. Okay. One person is always from the past with you. There's always a person that's lingering around from the past. I don't know whether they're trying, and then I asked them that. I said, are they trying to get back in? And they're like, I don't think so. But she's not letting go of him. So they want you to let go of, put a period at the end of the sentence, and whatever arrangement you have, if you are friends, like the father of your child, I believe that's over, and you're just, co-parenting. I feel good about that. Much better than last year, and much better than 2 years ago. The first reading, I don't feel like you were on the same page. Now I feel like it's flowing much better. So this is what happens when I see these scenarios. I feel like more dating has to happen. All right. It's not going to be, let me snap my finger and then let the person move in with me and then we're going to get married by Labor Day. No, it's not going to work out like that. It's going to be, you will know when the person is right because they won't ghost you. They will call you back. They will text you back. They will reach out to you. They won't make you wait. The person who's ghosting you, they do like you. Okay? I was like, what's up with that Pisces? And they were like, Katrina, he does like her. He's very attracted to her. He thinks she's beautiful. She is beautiful. You are beautiful. He thinks that she's so smart and she's dynamic and she actually is funny and cute. He's like, she's cute. I think she's cute. And funny and personable. But he is not where you are at. He is that 26-year-old mind. Okay? And is he married? Because I have somebody who's not quite divorced, or they have had another relationship that they didn't put the period at the end of the sentence. Do I feel like you're physically you would be very good with him, but you're very emotional, and things have to touch base with you intellectually. Okay, I couldn't think of it intellectually. Let me take a sip of coffee. I hope this thing is on, because this is my old phone. and I couldn't even get it. Hopefully it's taping. Okay, so intellectually is really important for you, because that's how somebody gets to you. That's how, like Devin was so funny, and still funny, but he made me relax. I was going through a really rough time. I was going through a big problem with my job and the law, okay, court, and I didn't want anything serious because I was just married for 24 years. So I was like, and he was married for 12 years, so he wasn't looking for anything serious. We just both needed a friend. We both needed somebody that would have our back and somebody that understood, like both teachers. So we were just getting to know each other as friends. And I think we would just have conversations on the phone for hours and hours. He would make me laugh, I would make him laugh, and we just really talked for forever. We just like kept on talking. We found something to talk about. Then he would call me in the morning to wake me up so I can drive to Brooklyn. We would talk before bed, and even though I'm on a different schedule than the average person, I go to bed very late, we would talk, before he would go to sleep. Anyhow, what my point is you need somebody that's emotionally and intellectually the same IQ as you, or on the same level as you. Okay, you don't want to mother somebody. You don't want them to, treat you like you're their mom and you're paying for everything. No, that's over. They're saying that's over. Okay. Yeah, they're like, look into this older man. He might not be, you might not think you're attracted to him at first. Somebody lost their hair, okay? And you like a pretty boy. Okay, I'm just going to say what they're saying. You do. You like, pretty boy, handsome. Handsome boy, pretty boy, okay? Sometimes a bad boy. But you're attracted to that. You're attracted to not their status. You're attracted to you want them to want you or need you in a few ways. And here's the difference. If you can manifest and have had relationships where there was this guy, or maybe a few guys that were like, you're so beautiful, I like to be with you, I just want to spend more and more time with you, and they're waiting at home for some reason. Maybe they're not working, maybe they're out of work, maybe it was 2020, what happened to a lot of people, they had to stay home and work. Anyhow, they're a little bit more dependent on you for money than you are for them. So the guides are saying, get away from that, because you could attract a person that makes a good salary and has a very nice career, established career, just as fast as you can manifest somebody that is just really dependent on you because they're in between jobs too much, if you know what I'm saying. Okay? So you want them to be established just like you are. You want them to be a hard worker like you are, because then they will understand all you have gone through. Like when I first met Devin, I had 2 jobs, right? I had the job as a teacher, public school teacher, and then I also worked on the college level as an adjunct. And I was driving from Brooklyn back to Staten Island, take care of things in my apartment, then driving in Staten Island to Staten Island College, and it was night classes. So I was doing 17-hour days. And he said to me, nobody works harder than you. You work your ass off. You have 17 hours. You don't even have time for dinner or lunch probably, because you're constantly traveling and you work. And I was like, he recognized that. And that made me feel like understood. And that made me feel nurtured. Yeah. And it was really valuable to me. That was valuable to me. And then plus to be able to talk to him about my career, and he helped me with papers and marking stuff. Not the college level, the fourth grade math. Okay. Because I was terrible at that. Anyhow, you need somebody that's on your intellectual level. And then also emotional. But what do you do when two people have two busy careers? You have to get the calendar out and make time for that person. Okay? You can understand each other, but you'll grow apart if you don't make time for each other and have free time for yourself as well. Okay? So that's one thing, and now I'm going to look at my book, okay? And let you know some of the cards that I came up with. Hold on a second. So I'm open and receptive to receiving any messages, but just let me know. Okay? Let me know, whatever it is. Okay. Yeah, they're trying to tell me something, but they're like, get something organized. Okay, so that's why they're showing me that you're very similar to me, because I have a problem with putting all my time and my eggs in one basket, because if I have a goal, like career-wise, I'm going to be pushing towards that. Or if I have a goal, even emotionally, like anything with, like if I had a goal to get married, then I would be thinking about that a lot. So I guess they showed me that because they want you to balance it a little bit and be patient. Balance and patience and healing, making sure that you're healing from the old wounds that you had, the other relationships. Yeah, one person might try to get back with you, but I don't think you'll let them back in. You let them back in another time, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you told me that. And you let them try again. And then did they also live with you as a friend? Like the relationship's over, but he can't find anywhere else to live yet. So we'll live together as friends. And that doesn't work because there's just too much baggage. So I think finally you get your home back. I'll talk a little bit more about the Pisces because I did hear him come up. Well, basically, let me talk about him now. Basically, I remote viewed it, and he's saying you're cute. He thinks you're cute. He does want to have a physical relationship. Okay, here's an alert. Newsflash: every man out there, they wanna go to bed with you before they get married. Okay. Okay, so you absorb it, learn it. That's the truth. And if that's not what you want right now, and you're really trying to weed out the people who, but you have to know if chemically there's one thing where you have friendship and then you get each other intellectually and get each other spiritually. But you also have to know if you're physically attracted. Okay. And so you can find out by kissing. Okay. So all I'm saying is don't put up too many bars. They're showing me like you behind bars, like keeping yourself behind bars. They're just showing me that in symbols, like you imprisonating yourself, because you're like, if I do let them go further, but you're an adult, so you already have a baby. Your daughter, I think, is 6. But anyhow, you do however you feel is more comfortable, but just know that men just usually don't play that way, and especially immature ones that are still playing the field. So this guy, the Pisces, I believe, is a different, he's a different culture than your culture, right? So I'm seeing that as not, it won't jive. But even if it does jive, like in the future, it's like you're ready, but he's not ready. Then later on, he's ready, but you're not ready. And you don't want to waste time with that. It's like you want somebody to be on your wavelength now. Okay? And it's a very big red flag when somebody ghosts you and then they come out from under the woodwork and then all of a sudden call you again. So be cognizant that is, you might have to say, hey, I'll talk to you on the phone, but, I don't think I'm going to give you another chance, because I think you said you went out on 2 dates and they were really nice dates. Okay? But him ghosting you means he wanted something else and he didn't want what you wanted, which I believe you want to focus on your forever person, your soulmate. But just don't skip the steps. Sometimes there's steps in between, and you might miss them if you're just saying, I just want my soulmate, I just want my soulmate, and that's the person I'll marry. No, sometimes you have to try out appetizers before you have your main meal. All right? And that's okay with God. God's like, you know what? You relax, and you have to see, you have to have many seasons. Don't let everybody move in with you or anybody move in with you. Do not. If you're going to get serious with somebody, and on the same token, don't move in with them. You have your own place. Get to know them. That this way they can come over, hang out, spend some time, but then when it's time to go home, they can go to their place. You have your place. Same thing with you. Go over there, then you go home to your apartment or your house, because there's a time for learning, and you need space. Right now, you are thinking about moving up in your career. I do feel good about that. I feel like an opportunity is coming. Somebody is watching you, and they have seen what you have done. And I saw like aces in my head. The ace card, ace of pentacles is ace of wands. Ace of pentacles is money, opportunity, creativity. Ace of coins, basically. So there will be a new thing, but let me see more with the cards.